Pen names, also called pseudonyms and nom de plume. More common than you think. Pen names are more common than you think. Some of the world's most famous authors have written under various pseudonyms. For example, J.K. Rowling is also known as Robert Galbraith. Michael Crichton published under Jeffrey Hudson. Dean Koontz allegedly wrote as Aaron Wolfe, Anthony North, Brian Coffey, David Axton, Dina Dwyer, John Hill, K.R. Dwyer, Leigh Nichols, Owen West, and Richard Page. In fact, we, your course creators, have pen names. Why have a pen name? There are numerous reasons writers opt for pen names. Among them are anonymity, keeping their professional life and creative work separate. If they think a name that could be either gender, like J.K. Rowling, for example, might better appeal to their target audience. Marketing purposes, to delineate their work across genres. Those are all pretty straightforward reasons, but I'm going to break down the last one, to delineate work across genres. The virtual shelves at Amazon operate according to a top-secret algorithm. No one knows exactly how it works, but the gist is that books are associated with each other based off subject, category, reader interest, shopping habits, and purchases made. Also bots. On most book sales pages, there is a carousel titled Customers Who Also Bought, often referred to in writer circles as also bots. When a reader hits the one-click button on several Paranormal Academy fantasy books, for example, they're associated with one another in the Also Bots section. It will show Book A in the Also Bought carousel on Book B's sales page, and so on. If that same reader buys a DIY pickle-making book, then the author runs the risk of their book being lost in the Paranormal Academy fantasy Also Bought carousel. In other words, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with the random title about DIY pickle making. Classification. This system of classification and association is great when books of the same genre are grouped together on sales pages because it works as free promotion. Chances are, if a reader likes Paranormal Academy Fantasy Book A, they will also like Book B and C. However, the DIY pickle-making book doesn't belong there and mucks up the Paranormal Academy Also Bots, as well as misses an opportunity to reach its target audience. Genre-based brand. That's all to say, some writers create pen names for each of the genres they write in. Some don't. It's a personal decision, and Amazon's algorithm could change at any time. But it's important to know about because you don't want to be like me. I wrote across multiple genres, and my books disappeared into the Amazon vortex because they weren't being seen. Until I fixed that. Another advantage of creating a pen name is to build an author brand separate from another name if you already have one. If you write cozy mysteries, your audience might be different than your zombie novel readers, so you can delineate that way. Selecting a name. This is the fun part, or the tough part. Coming up with a pen name is completely personal. Some suggestions to generate ideas are variation of your given name, maiden name, family names, combination of your favorite names, combination of your favorite names again. Name generating continued. A name that somehow relates to your genre. For instance, if you write thrillers, you might like a name that's edgy. Initials, the name you wished you had growing up. Something unique. Walcott Tubbsworth? Radical Home Slice? Just be sure the name isn't already being used by anyone else, particularly a well-known author. Some authors who co-write use a combination of their two names, like Amy and I could be Amy Hall or Ellie Sparling or Amy Ellie. Also, it's advisable for the name you choose to be relatively easy to spell for search result purposes. Platform building. When you're creating your author platform, you can use your pen name for your website, email address, newsletter, social media accounts, and pretty much everything else. There are a couple of caveats to this. As of now, you cannot create a Facebook profile using a pen name. Instead, you create a page for your pen name and can interact using that. Additionally, in Facebook groups, you cannot pre-schedule posts as an admin using a page. You have to use a profile. Publishing. When publishing on KDP, Amazon's publishing branch, you can have up to 3 names associated with a single account inside of Author Central. If for some reason you want to write under 4 names, you open another account. On KDP and the other platforms, your real name will be kept separate from your pen name and does not appear anywhere on the sales page unless you put it there. You will have to use your given name for tax purposes. Interacting. Depending on how much privacy you desire, you can likely operate without ever using your real name. On the application forms for many promotional providers, they might ask you for your pen name and/or real name, but it's up to you what you offer. Profile pictures. If you don't want to use your actual likeness, you can create an author logo, use a picture of your pet, the cover of your book, or have someone creative on a site like Fiverr create a digital image of you. These are a really fun option. Note, it's not recommended you use the image of someone else like a stock photo from a website. Biography. Write whatever you like. It's great if you include some personal information that might relate to your books and/or relate to your readers. If you have more than one pen name, you can do something like Author A has 3 crazy cats. Author B has a dog who adores the mailman. You are both author A and B, but divide up the things that make you, you. Copyright. For authors operating in the United States, it's our understanding that U.S. copyright law protects your work under a pen name. However, we're not lawyers, so see the U.S. copyright information for yourself to be sure.